What's up, everybody? My name is Gian. Welcome to another episode of Aperture Fight Focused. Now, I've got a question for you. What's more important to you? Which is more relevant? Sport fighting or self-defense and street fighting? Think about that. Now, if you've already answered this in your head and you've chosen one over the other, you're probably not gonna like this video. But here is a clip talking about sport fighting versus, street fighting or self-defense. The speaker is Chad Lyman, who is the founder of C4C training group. He is the head BJJ instructor at Xtreme Couture in Las Vegas, and he's also a SWAT operator, talking all about the integration between street fighting, self-defense, and sport fighting. This is off a weapon retention module that's going to be made available real soon at Aperture University, and he's partnered with Jared Wihungi, who is the founder of Tricom Training. He's the founder of the Pikiti Tersha Tactical Association. They're both SWAT operators, so this is going to be an amazing title. So if you guys like this kind of content, please make sure to smash up the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to the Aperture Fight Focused YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Maybe we haven't earned it yet. So if we haven't, I implore you to watch the rest of our videos. If we still haven't earned it by then, check out aperture.university to see our premium content. And if we still haven't earned it by then, well, I hope you stay tuned because we've got a lot more great content coming up this year. And please, 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 please leave a comment down below. Tell me if you agree with what he said. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want to elaborate on it. Either way, I'll see you in the comments below. For now, enjoy the video.
You're exactly right. So by training with higher level guys, you recognize when someone's doing trained behavior towards you, and you also recognize the threat of whatever it is for what it is. So by training with higher level guys, I'm less likely to make a mistake in my application of force and overreact, and I'm more likely to actually understand what's happening and then stay out of those. Sometimes we'll see officers get into scuffles, and for a minute they're fine, and then suddenly they're being thrown through the air and they're landing on their head, and the guy's taking top, and the guy's mounting them, and they're trying to push their way out of the mount, and we see these really bad fights. Or conversely, they attempt a technique, it doesn't work, and they begin to lose their composure, and they begin to pull out tools or weapon systems that really aren't appropriate for what's happening.
It's a really interesting integration between what you do and on the sports side, wrestling, jiu-jitsu.
Sure.
Right?
So what the sports side does, the integration into the self-defense and or law enforcement side is, for me to use force or violence on another human being, I have to have a reasonable fear of injury or threat of violence or injury to me or somebody else. And that could be a threat of pain or injury, or that could be a threat of death or substantial harm. And that's how I choose how I'm going to respond, whether that be empty hand, with a baton, with pepper spray or OC spray, or whether that be with a firearm. That's going to be based on the threat that I perceive. By training a lot of sport with a lot of high-level guys, my fear is knowledge-based, not emotion-based. So what I mean by that is when I shoot that split tie onto ENOS and I feel him shift his hips behind me, untrained response would be to try to headlock me. That'd be an untrained response. This would indicate to me you can't fight. And I'd ignore that and just work my game. Watch his feet. He's gonna move this foot behind. I'm done right now for takedown. I've lost the angle. He'll use this tie and this trapped arm, so I can't post, and we're going that way. He's not gonna do it because he's being nice to me. So if I were split tie with him and I saw this, boom, I'm gonna widen out and immediately fix that angle. I'm probably getting rid of this guy and going to taser, baton, verbal commands, whatever the case might be on the situation. If he's made a dedicated attempt for my firearm, that might be coming up, and then I'm cutting angles, right? But him trying to change the angle with his footwork, him accepting the tie and changing his feet, that's trained. That is not good. and I'm not going to allow that to happen. So you have to train enough that you recognize a trained counter to whatever it is you're trying to do, and you have to be competent enough to not just get overwhelmed by the fact he's trying to get to your gun. I'm not emotionally afraid, but information, knowledge-wise, I'm afraid because I know what he's doing and I know where that's going to end. So I have a fear that's knowledge-based, and I gain that from training on the sports side. But then I apply that in the street side when I use force or violence against other human beings, so that I'm using the appropriate amount of force at the appropriate time. I'm choosing good force options, and I'm not doing things that'll be that are not justifiable or that would be wrong, that I just shouldn't be doing. And so that sports side comes out in my fight in the street.